What's up guys, I hope you're having a great day. In this video we're looking at Beatsu NFTs. Beatsu NFTs is a brand new project that is coming up. It's a play to earn game. It's got music elements in there as well, which is brand new. They're kind of innovative in a style that we haven't really seen before, and it's playing into the hype that's going on right now with the anime style they have. And I've been given the perks to give out 20 whitelist spots for this project, so make sure if you want to be a part of that to watch up until the end of the video, which is where I will announce how to win one of these 20 whitelist spots. When we look at Beatsu NFTs, as I said, it is very brand new, so there's not that much information available yet. It kind of looks similar to the Azuki style that we're used to, which is of course taking off right now. There's a whole lot of hype going on in that same sort of style project. The guys, the owners of this, the developers of this project are also holders of Azuki, so maybe that's where they partly got a little bit of their ideas from. But the overall look is anime style, right? But they've incorporated a different type of element that we haven't really seen before in the NFT space, which is something that I'm bullish on. Of course, it's still very new, so we're gonna have to see how the developments go. But I think they've done a very good job with separating themselves from the rest of the market. What do I mean with that? Well, Beatsu will be over 9,000 heroes fighting to save Etherworld. Beatsu is a collective of 9,001 generative audio-visual NFTs with over 1 million possible combinations in 5 different genres of music. Each NFT will have a completely unique randomly generated beat paired with the randomly generated image, which is awesome, right? So they have a certain music style which will be part of one of the elements. There is a video somewhere, I think it is on their Twitter, so let's quickly hop onto that one before we continue, which is this one. So this is the usually I don't hold the music on, but let's do the music on for this time. No, wait, there's another video. Hold up, I'm gonna find it for you. The cool thing with this project is, as I said, here it is. It's gonna be randomly generated with obviously the style art that we're familiar with already, with the different elements of the different weapons, the different styles, the different backgrounds, etc. But there will also be different types of music, as you see here. So every single NFT itself will be, of course, unique and will have a play within an eventual game that they're gonna come up with. So they're gonna make a play to earn game, and this music will be a big portion of their development, a big element within that development, which is again something we haven't really seen before. So the music is made by Farlane Music. What's gonna be, it sounds a little bit chaotic now, but what's gonna be the overall idea of this project? It's going to be a game, so there's going to be a play to earn game. There's going to be a staking contract involved as well later on, that's probably going to be used for the game. And then you will have the music elements that they're going to use as well. They're going to partner up with projects which is announced within the roadmap. So they're going to do strategic music partnerships with labels and artists. And there's going to be an album as well, which this album can actually be sold. Either it's going to be given away to NFT holders or both. Maybe there will even be a earning system in here where NFT holders can earn from the music that is sold, etc. There's a lot of things possible, a lot of things that we don't know yet because it is so new, but there's a lot of things to consider that are possible within this project, which is cool because again, it's not something that we have seen before. So the backstory: night in Etherworld. Only the flickering lights of ugly neon signs break through the darkness. Shadows are black, deformed, and frightening. The cold wind carries many sounds: smashing glass, backfiring vehicles, deep, disgruntled voices, and air raid sirens. So that's the style that they're going for as well, right? Which is a little bit of the dark city style. The backgrounds of the NFTs are like in an ugly part of a big city. So it's not always like this. Everything changed the day Magnus arrived. Magnus, a manifestation of artificial intelligence so advanced many considered it godlike. For years, it led to breakthroughs in medicine, agriculture, renewable energy, space exploration, and aging. But when the technology fell into the wrong hands, a chain of events to cataclysmic was triggered that the population of Everworld was reduced from 8 million to just over 9,000, which is of course the 9,000 NFTs that will be able to mint. Unable to agree over the best course of retaliation against those who wield the artificial intelligence, The survivors have split into 5 clans, which again is going to be part of different clans that you can have with NFTs, each construction their own plans for carrying out their vengeance. I think a very awesome concept. It's pretty cool. Sure, there's so many different projects these days and so many similarities with all sorts of games. I think if you look good enough, if you do your best, then you're gonna find massive amounts of similarities with all projects these days. But you know, it's fine. NFT is such a hype. There's probably 10 different mints going on every single day. So it's going to be very difficult to kind of separate yourself when it comes down to the actual game and the play to earn and the style when it comes down to that. But these guys have done that very well by incorporating that music element, which kind of just changes everything again compared to other projects. So there's 5 clans, 5 leaders, and 5 genres of music. You have the Neo City Shamath genre is retro wave. Then you have the Shiba District, which has Sugar Skull in it, which is the genre lo-fi hip hop. And then you have Luna Station, Gormax, and genre is drum and bass. Then you have Balaji Techno on the block, and then Solana Sector Naval trends. There's a couple of these examples on their Twitter as well. They've thrown out some teasers of what the district is going to look like, what the backgrounds gonna look like. But as we said, the background is, you know, a big city, but where these NFTs are actually based is kind of just outside of the city, in a little bit of the darker, more separated area, more separated space from the city itself. Then you have the roadmap. Roadmap outlines our goals and objectives from the upcoming months and years with Beatsu. As we continue to grow, our roadmap may evolve and change as well, which is of course makes sense. The further you develop, the more things will be implemented, and things could definitely change along the way. Q1, website rebrand, whitelisting, and NFT initial launch, which is kind of what we're in now. They're filling up the whitelist, and eventually they're gonna focus on the initial launch of the NFT. Then Q2, strategic music partnership will be happening. There's going to be a label and merch store, which is, I'm going to assume physically, but we don't know yet. They haven't announced anything about incorporating the metaverse this quickly, so this should be physical. Q3, the second launch, expanded lore. So there's going to be a second NFT launch as well. The token launch and staking implementation. I'm going to assume that the token and staking are going to be together, because you can probably stake your tokens or stake your NFTs, earn tokens, etc. And then Q4, video game planning. Then there's a couple of partnerships. They partnered up with Tsukiyomi, which is also a project of one of the owners of this company itself. It's like an investment group. And then who are we? Here you can see all the guys that are from the guys that developed this, but they've also put it up on their own Twitter. So I just kind of want to open up the link of their own Twitter, and I already had it open. Here you can see the owners, right? This is one of them. Hope Beatsu, he's also the guy that founded the investment group, which is here. Tsukiyomi Group is a blockchain investment group based in Vancouver. So they're partnered up, of course, with their own project. And he likes his launch pads. As you see, he uses trust pads mainly. Then we have next up Paul Scholes. He is a co-founder of this project. Nothing too crazy going on his Twitter. Then you have Fairlane Music. This guy makes music. He's part of the team. He's the one that created the music of this project as well, which is cool. He does concerts and stuff. So I'm not that big in the music scene myself, but maybe it's somebody that is might know him. As you can see, he gives concerts, and there's quite a lot of people there. And then you have Hayam Tradit. He's the guy that's the lead developer, full stack and blockchain developer. Cool. Then you look at their let's see, their Twitter a little bit, and then you see here's the music, of course, but there's a couple of teasers that they've thrown out. This will be one of the NFTs, but what I wanted to show you was a couple of the backgrounds. This is a couple of the other NFTs again, and here you can see a couple more. No, where is it? They showed, well, here we go. Backgrounds are coming along nicely, just another one of our creations. So you see that there's a couple of different backgrounds. This is the one I wanted to show you. Welcome to Solana Sector, inspired by our friends from Solana. Home to the Solanas and Naval Shift. Which clan will you join? So as we saw before, there's 5 different clans, and then this will be the background of the clan from the Solana Sector. This is the Luna Station. Again, different type of background. So you're going to be part of the Terrans and Gormex Bold, which is funny. Why? Because they use Solana, they use Terra Luna in their name. So they kind of used other well-known blockchains out there, incorporated that into their game. And then you also have Etherwerld, of course, from Ethereum, makes sense. And then the leader of Neo City, which kind of comes from Neo Tokyo. You got that right, yes. But I like that. It's cool how they incorporate things from other projects into this as well. And then this is one of the randomly generated female characters, because there's females in here as well, not just males. And this inspiration comes from One Piece anime, which is a very well-known anime. I don't know if you guys are into it, but if you are, then you probably do know this one. Then quickly we go to the Discord. The Discord, as I said before, is very small. The following isn't that big yet. If we go to the Twitter, we saw, I think it was just over 3,000. Did I have that correct? Yeah, 3.5. Here it is 23.5. Why? It's because it's brand new. As I said before, there's no mint date announced yet. There's no mint price announced yet because they have just started. I'm always bringing you guys the early goods. Does mean make sure you do your research. Don't blindly just jump into something. I'm just giving you my personal opinion. I'm just telling you why I like these projects myself. But if you're ever interested in minting something like that, make sure that you know why you're minting it, right? It's because the earlier I give you things, the higher risk they are as well, because they haven't really established themselves yet. But the higher the reward could be as well. High risk, high reward. If you watch my previous video, you've heard me say that a couple of times as well. So this is a little bit of a different roadmap, developmental roadmap v1.1. So we created Beatsu NFTs. Beatsu, I like the name as well because it probably comes from beats, right? Beats as in music. So they've been really clever with all these little angles they've used, which is just kind of smart. If you like that stuff, then if you notice that stuff, you like it, it's cool. Sometimes people don't really think about it, you don't notice it, fine as well. But we created Beatsu NFT to be the biggest play in the music NFT space. We're in this for the long run. So Q1, the website rebrand, website gets a level up. Then you have the whitelisting, create community initiatives and giveaways, marketing campaigns. So there's the creation of medium. They've already created the medium. There's just not a post on there yet. Influencer marketing, which is kind of what they're getting into at the moment. Twitter Spaces appearances, I think there was one today or yesterday where they're doing this, so they're actively doing this already. And then building Discord and Twitter member base, which is of course a continuous thing that's going on. Then there will be the NFT initial launch in Q1 as well. Q2, there's going to be strategic partnerships with music labels and artists. There's going to be strategic partnerships with gaming organizations because they're getting into gaming as well. And then other crypto projects too. Then the album Into the Etherwerld. It's going to be a music album that's going to go out there, which they can probably sell, which they can make money off, or they could just use it as exposure, right? Or a combination of. Then the merch store, so member exclusive Beatsu NFT merch featured LETs and hoodies, which is awesome. So that means that everybody holding these NFTs, they will be able to get these hoodies, which I always like. I think that's cool. They do that with the Mutant Ape and the Bored Ape as well. I wasn't able to get it. It was sold out in seconds. I was way too late with it. But, I would like my Mutant Ape to have like a hoodie that kind of fits to it as well. And I think everybody that's going to hold this NFT, or whichever project you're in and you like, well, then you want to have a physical product there, right? Q3 2022, the second NFT launch, the introduction of the villains, and then expanding lore, which is going to be the manga development, which is going to be using within their game, right? And then Q4 2022 token launch. I think that's a little bit different than what it said here, because here it said Q3. Token launch said it here in Q3, so there's a little bit of a difference there where it said Q4 here, video game planning, and that's kind of a little bit more in Q3. But we'll see. They obviously, as they said before, the game development as well. Q4, my bad. So the token launch is different, but the game development is here in Q4. Of course, these things can always change. Don't look at that too closely because you know that this is going to change over time anyway. Then the facts, how do I pronounce this project? Beatsu, which is funny because our community is called Pompeius, and I should definitely make a pronunciation somewhere of that as well because people say it wrong sometimes, and I hate that. They say like Pompous, Pompeius, now you know. Who is the artist behind the NFTs and Beatsu NFTs? That's anonymous for now, but he's also the personal artist for Farlane Music. Total supply is just over 9,000, and then what blockchain will you be using? To be announced. Why? It's because they're so early. It could be Ethereum, but maybe they choose another one. Why? Because this could be a little bit too expensive with the gas fees. Polkadot, Solana, Kusama, Polygon are all in the play. They'll probably decide this along the way, see whatever makes more sense to them. Q1 is the launch. How much will it be is not known yet, to be announced, subject to change. Where can I mint is going to be on their own website itself, and how many is also yet to be announced. How can you get the whitelist? Well, you can get the whitelist by just watching this video and sharing the tweet that I'm about to post later on today, which is one of the options, but they obviously give out more whitelists. Look, that's all the information that we have on Beatsu so far. I think that the element of incorporating the music is awesome. They got all the things going for them with the anime, with the game that they're developing. Of course, that's the whole market that we're in right now. That's what everybody likes. But then they throw that music element on top of it as well, which definitely separates them a little bit from the other projects. Very early, so we're gonna have to see how the development goes. But I'm bullish. I'm excited. I want to see how this goes. So I'm gonna definitely be keeping track of this development of this project and see how they're moving forward with it. As I said, we're allowed to give out 20 whitelist spots for this project. How we're gonna do that is very simple. It's gonna be a Twitter giveaway. So you just wanna join Twitter. The link is gonna be down below in the description. You retweet it, you tag 2 friends in it, and it's gonna be very easy for you to win one of the whitelist spots for this project itself. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.